Welcome back to Ladybug Lane Soaps, and this is Margie. Alright, so I am one of those people that are always up to some sort of a little challenge, and whether the challenge turns out well or not, that is beside the point. First off, I'm going to be putting the goggles on. I just want to show you that I have them on. So, I love looking at Pinterest, and I'm going to just quickly show this, and I need to refocus this camera. So up I go on my little stool here. So I saw this. Is it going to focus here? So I saw this picture of a cake on Pinterest. Hope you can see it there. Goodness. And so it has a whole bunch of like cabbage roses around here and little flowers and some leaves. And so I'm going to, of course now I have to focus back in on my work area there. There we go. So I have never piped. Okay, so this is something that I want you to know. So I've never piped a rose, a frosting rose, or anything in my life before. Never ever. So you know what, I'm just gonna have fun. And if you can't have fun in this life, might as well just do something else. So I was telling myself, it's like, okay, so you're up for the challenge. You have never done this before. The worst case scenario, I think, is that these roses don't even look like roses. They could just, maybe the batter might not even thicken up. They just might ooze all over the place. Or the worst case scenario, okay, is, so for those who live in the Pacific Northwest, we have these, ugly slugs called the banana slug. And if especially hikers, if you're out in the woods in this type of a year, they are just the most wretched, ugliest looking thing in the world. And you walk along the trail, and all of a sudden you see this big, long, herkin, ugly looking thing that kind of looks like a banana slowly moving, and oh my gosh. So oh my gosh, oh, that's a bad visual. So I don't think my soap is going to be looking like that, but so I'm just going to have fun. I'm just going to have fun. So, anyway, I needed to have a little change of plan for the fragrance oil. I am not going to mention what the fragrance name is because it's with one of the companies that I just love. And so after I had measured it was a fragrance oil essential oil blend, and after I had poured it into my little container last night, I don't know what the fragrance is in it, but I just started getting itchy on the skin and irritable, and I am not to say that it's a bad fragrance. Everybody reacts differently with different fragrances. So I ended up putting the little funnel in there, putting it back into the container, and so I just might wait for a nice sunny day until I can maybe do this outside. It's just one of those things. So that's all I'm going to say about that. So in its place, I have used this before. It's called Seagrass and Sand Dunes from Rustic Essentials, which is back in, I don't want to say, is it South Carolina, North Carolina? Back there on the East Coast. And this is lovely, lovely. Now, if you didn't even look at the name of this, making it seem like it's a nice coastal breezy fragrance, when you open this up, I smell a definite sharp rose fragrance, and it's very, very nice. Okay, I'm back. So I needed to let this guy here set up, and I'm just going to hold it up. So it's turning into kind of a nice, kind of a blush, but then I added some white to one of those cups there. So anyway, just to start off here, I definitely saved a whole lot more green than I should have, but that's okay. You know, you just kind of learn. So this is a Wilton 352, and then for those little white flowers, I probably did save way too much of the white. And this is a Wilton 129. Even with my readers on, it's hard to tell. And so, and then this yellow, I'm hoping it's gonna not turn out, oh, what's that? Not turn out so yellow. I was hoping for maybe a little bit of a paler. So I'm gonna start off with this to get the little bud going, and then, let's see, does that even have a, should have a number. Wilton 104, so I have the 104s on all of the rose ones, and then I will change out into these. Let's see, that is a Wilton 61, and hopefully you can see that it has kind of a little teardrop guy going there. And so this was the peach, and not quite sure how that color is gonna work out. We shall see. And then I had a lot left over from each of those, so I just threw them in the bag here, and so hopefully that will be another rose color. So I'm just going to turn the video off since I have never made roses before, and I just don't want to be taking half an hour trying to learn how to make roses. So I will turn it back on after I get making some roses. Okay, so I hope this shows up. So I made a couple of roses, and I'm going to make another one here. And I found with having gloves on this hand, it's not quite that easy. So, alright, so I hope this shows up. So you're supposed to kind of make a little guy here in the middle for your bud. In no way is this perfect. I'm just trying to have it look like something that resembles a rose. So I'll just keep on practicing. I know there's gals who have done this all of their life. Okay, well that was interesting. Good thing I didn't have the camera on for the whole time because it took forever. So here are my roses. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to be getting them on to the soap here. So I think I'm just going to start, hopefully they have set up a little bit. I know this isn't the best knife for the job. I'm thinking if I can just kind of get them on there. Here she is. Woo! I'll add just a little bit of glitter here. Got a new glitter pump here, and I don't know if it's working as well. So that took a little bit of time, but whoop. Maybe I should just take some glitter out and sprinkle it on that way. There we go. So anyway, I hope that the colors turn out good. And I did have a lot of fun. So I will be anxious to cut this. So until the cut, see if I can hold her up here for you. So what do you think about my first time piping? I don't think it's too shabby. So anyway, I will see you for the cut. Bye-bye. Welcome back to the cutting of an English rose garden, or I'm not quite sure if I should call it the cabbage rose, but I thought this turned out pretty good for my first piping. So, and I really don't want to cut this, but I know I must. And so I took it out of the mold yesterday. Whoops. Let me put this down so it could kind of dry out a little bit. There we go. All right, and as much as I don't want to cut it, here we go. So, like I mentioned in the video, I did save way too much of the batter. So this soap isn't quite as tall, but I'm still going to cut it. Okay, that's pretty short. Pretty short. Yeah, I wish it was taller. And I'm not seeing a lot of the swirlies coming through yet. So I had put in the yellow and the orange. I just might make it just a little bit bigger. See, maybe that's about an inch and a quarter, maybe. My husband did not want me to be cutting straight through any of these roses, and I told him, I said it couldn't be helped. Be cleaned up. Well, I'm not seeing a lot of the yellow or orange coming through. It's just mainly the base here, but that's all right. It's just kind of a nice, happy little cheerful pink. Oh, right through the flowers. Oh. All right. Yeah, so like I said, oh, there's some air bubbles. Hope those flowers stay on here. Yeah, I think I will cut them just a little bit bigger here. Right through the middle of that flower. Yeah, my batter really got thick on me. All right, everybody, I will stop there. So thank you again for watching, and I will catch you on the next video.